American schools don't teach this, but you absolutely need to know it, especially if you ever plan on retiring. What if I told you that a huge misconception about Social Security could be costing you tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in your retirement? Most people think their Social Security benefit is based on the last few years they work, when they're usually earning the most. This leads so many people to grind it out in high-stress jobs longer than they need to, thinking it's the only way to max out their benefits. But that's just not true. Here's the secret that can literally change your life. Social Security doesn't look at your last 5 years of income. It doesn't even look at your last 10. Instead, the Social Security Administration calculates your benefit based on your highest 35 years of earnings over your entire career. They take your earnings from each year, adjust them for inflation to bring them up to today's dollars, and then they pick the top 35. If you have fewer than 35 years of earnings, they'll put zeros in for the missing years, which can really drag down your average. So what does this actually mean for you? It means that those years you spent working part-time in college or that lower-paying job you had in your 20s, they all count. And more importantly, it means you have way more flexibility than you think. Maybe you want to switch to a less demanding job later in life, or start your own business, or even take a few years off to travel. As long as you have 35 solid earning years in the bank, those later career moves might not hurt your Social Security benefits nearly as much as you fear. In fact, if you had some really high earning years earlier in your career, they might even balance out lower earning years later on. This one piece of information is a game changer. It allows you to plan your career and your life with so much more freedom. You can make decisions based on what you want, not just on a mistaken belief about how Social Security works. Understanding this is the first step to taking control of your financial future and designing a retirement that truly works for you. So, start thinking about your career not as a sprint to the finish line, but as a marathon where every year counts. Dig into your own earnings record on the SSA website and see where you stand. It might just change everything. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more financial truths they never taught you in school.